Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Thanksgiving, belatedly, and to the annual Thanksgiving Medway Millis High School football game. I'll start off a little bit with questions I get asked. We're going to do a little bit of a preview this morning. People ask me, who's going to win? Well, I don't know. We have to wait until the game is played. That's how we play the games. But who's favored? That's a common question, and I did a little research on this. By all measurements, to me, it looks like a toss-up. The record, Millis is 5-5, Medway is 2-8. Millis plays in Division 6. Now, there are 6 divisions in high school football in Massachusetts by size of school. 1 is the largest, 6 is the smallest. So Medway plays in a slightly larger division. Standings in the Tri-Valley Small, they're tied for 4th, both 1 and 3 in the small division. The series record from 1990 to 2021, a 30-year span. I was able to get, because Derek Finney, our athletic director, kindly took a picture of the trophy that I couldn't view in the case over at the high school. Millis has 16 wins in the series, the Thanksgiving series. Medway, 15 wins. The last 10 is 5-5. Let's look at common opponents. In the 10 ways in the Tri-Valley Small, they've all played the same 4 teams. Each school has 1 win against the same team and 3 losses against the other 3 teams. So that's a toss-up. Somebody asked me, how about winning streaks? Well, Millis has a winning streak of 9 in a row in this series, 1993 to 2001. Medway of 8, 2003 to 2010. State championships, Millis has 5 state championships under its belt. Either Millis or Millis Hopedale when they were a team, a tie-up. 1980, 1984, 1999, 2016, and 2017, they won Division 6 state championships. Now we come down to one that might be more of a deciding factor than I want to think about. This is strength of schedule. They rank all the teams in each division by strength of schedule and on margin of victory. Strength of schedule is the one I'm looking at now. Medway's rating is plus 0.4381. Millis's is minus 6.96. So if there's a divisive factor there, that may turn out to be one. A couple more things you need to know. Millis has lost the center, who anchors the center, in Patrick Sennett. He was injured in an earlier game and he's due for knee surgery, I think, next week. Medway had a coaching change at mid-season. There was also a bit of a ruckus there about team rules violations, and a number of players got suspended. They're back for this game. So we'll see how it goes. My summary about strength of teams and some of the history. First of all, the Mohawks offense has been primarily rushing this season. 69 first downs rushing, 14 passing. Senior Nick Almeida is very versatile. He's the quarterback, starting quarterback, rushing, kicking, punting, and scoring, as you'll see when I read off some statistics coming up. He leads the team in all of those. Seniors Adrian Heredia is the go-to guy for rushing when Nick is not available, and Shea Ferrantino for passing. They're the major go-tos. Who should you watch today? Well, I'm going to make some recommendations. You'll probably forget all the numbers, I would. But in rushing, number 10 is Nick Almeida. He has 154 rushes for 1,293 yards for the season. If he gains 207 yards today, he goes over 1,500 yards for the total season counting this game. That's an 8.4 yard per rush average. Number 2, Adrian Heredia, 117 rushes, 531 yards, 4.5 yard average. Shea Ferrantino, Ferentino. Ferentino is sometimes a rushing go-to. He's a freshman. 9 rushes, Shea's a senior. 9 rushes for 75 yards, that's an 8.3 yard average. He does have 1 interception and 2 fumble recoveries. In passing, Almeida, number 10 again, 154 rushes, 1,293 yards, 8.4 yard average. Passing, Almeida, 23 of 40, 51%, 190 yards, 1 touchdown. Don't forget Shea Ferentino. He's the backup for passing, number 19. 9 rushes, 75 yards, 8.3 average, and I said 1 interception and 2 fumble recoveries. Receiving, number 7, T.J. Daniel, has 19 receptions for 206 yards, a 10.8 yard average. Number 2, Heredia, watch him, 7 receptions, 30 yards, 4.3 average. So Heredia is a go-to for running and pass receiving. Ferentino, number 19, 5 receptions, 25 yards. Adam Hart, he's the freshman in the group, 5 receptions for 100 yards. In scoring, Almeida has, again, he's number 10. I'm grinding that in for you because you're going to see the number. I'll try to call the names the best I can. 20 touchdowns, 13 extra points, 1 2-point conversion. That's 137 points he's accounted for. Number 2, Heredia, 7 touchdowns, 42 points accounted for. Number 19, Ferentino, 5 touchdowns, 1 2-point conversion, 32 points. On defense, watch number 7, T.J. Daniel, and 56, Dominic, they call him Dom, Diaz. Each has 77 tackles and 1 sack. Number 21, freshman Pat Halloran, 57 tackles, 4 sacks, 4 fumble recoveries. Number 11, Jack Scarry, 62 tackles, 1 sack, 3 fumble recoveries, 6 pass breakups. Number 44, sophomore Vinny Sellers, 52 tackles and 3 sacks. And number 2, Heredia, 45 tackles and 5 pass breakups. Well, that's my preview for the day. We'll see how it works out. By the time you're watching this, you'll know how the game came out. See how well I did for you. I almost forgot to tell you that I didn't give credit where it's due. Derek Finney, the athletic director, has been very helpful with me for information this year. And Brett McGowan, the team statistician, who will become the girls' softball coach this spring, has given me all the stats for every game, and he gave me all the season statistics, which is where I got the numbers I gave you. So hats off to both of them, as well as the whole coaching staff and the whole team. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you shortly. Okay, here we go, folks. The opening coin toss has been held. Millis won the toss, elected to defer to the second half. Medway will receive
and now, if
and
everyone will
defend
please stand
from
for
the
playing
right
of
to
our
left
national
on
anthem,
your screen.
led by
And we'll now
being
have the
played by
national
the
anthem.
Mohawk Millis Band, and under the direction of Miss Janice Norton. Our national anthem will be conducted by drum majorette Lydia Scanlon this morning.
Okay, the teams are on the field and we're ready for the Mohawks to kick off to the Mustangs. Before we start, I'll mention, if you
Back
look
deep,
along
the
the
Medway
sidelines,
Mustangs received the opening kickoff.
two players
is
on the far left,
number 2, Garrett
5,
O'Mara,
Adam
and
Hart,
number 5,
and
Henry
number
Commerce.
22,
Doing the kicking honors for the
Nick
Mohawks.
Hill will not be
number
playing
10,
today.
Nick Almeida.
Nick had a serious knee injury in the preseason game with Medfield, and I'm not sure what happened to Adam, but he's not playing today. Here's the kick from Almeida, high and deep. Henry Commerce picking it up. There's the flag. Commerce is tackled
Henry Commerce in return for the
around
Mustangs.
the
There's a flag on the
25-yard
flag.
line. And we'll watch the head referee, the one with the white hat, is the one that gives a signal about what the penalty is.
On the kickoff, we have a block
It's a
in the
holding
back
on
by the
Medway.
Mustangs who back them up.
So that'll be a 10-yard penalty from the point of the foul, I think. So the ball was fought on the 13-yard
Penalty
line.
is 10 yards from the point of the infraction.
18-yard line, rather.
Backs the Mustangs all the way back up to the 13-yard line.
13-yard line. I was right the first time. Here we go. At quarterback for Medway is Luke Fraughton. Completing the pass to Jacob White. And I think that was
Pass is complete to
Dominic
number
Diaz.
3,
on the
Jacob
tackle.
White. Taken down for a loss by number 56, Dominic Diaz. Loss of a couple in the playgrounds of a 2nd and 12 for the Mustangs.
2nd and 12, Mustangs. Fraughton ready for the pass from center. Another passing play. It's an option. He's going to run it. He's run out of bounds
Quarterback Luke
by
Fraughton on a keeper. Forced out of bounds by number 2, Adrian Heredia.
Adrian Heredia. Pushed him out of bounds. So it's
Gain of 5 on the play, brings up a 3rd down and 7.
third and about 7 now. Fraughton ready for the pass.
Quick pass to number 87.
That was John
John
Diaz
Anderson.
again on the tackle.
Loss of a couple on the previous of a 4th down and 8.
Loss of 2 yards is 4th and 8 for the Mustangs. They're back to punt. It's a short kick. Heredia and Ferentino will let it bounce.
And the punt
They
is
don't wanna
down at the
touch that one 'cause it's a
49-yard line
live
of the
ball if they
Mustangs.
do. So the Mohawks will take over in
Down by number 52, Brett Curran.
maybe in Mustang territory.
And the
We'll
Mohawks
see
will
where
take
it's
over their
spotted.
initial drive of the game. 1st and 10 from there.
Spotted right on the midfield. 50-yard line, 1st and 10 Mohawks. I like 50-yard line. I can see better. I'm closer to it. Here we go. Almeida ready for the pass from center. He's going to run it. And Medway was
Nick
ready.
Almeida on quarterback keep. Hit immediately at the line
Tackled
of
by number
scrimmage.
57, Derwin Narcisse.
Derwin Narcisse. Gain of
Second
about a
and-
yard, brings up a 2nd down
Second
and
and about
9.
9.5 for the Mohawks. I think Medway had done their scouting. Heredia. A lateral out to number 2,
Loose ball on the
to
play,
Adrian
recovered by the
Heredia.
Mohawks.
So
Dominic
it's
Diaz
3rd and 15 for the Mohawks.
on the recovery.
14 rather.
Loss of 5 on the play. Brings up a 3rd down and 14.
Almeida waiting for the pass from center. Back to pass. Now he's going to run. He got
Ricky
back
Almeida
about
on a
6 yards,
keeper.
but nowhere near enough for a first down.
Taken down high by number 5, Henry Comras.
Henry Comras tackling him.
Gain of 5 on the play, brings up a 4th down
So
and
it's
9.
4th and 9. And Millis is going to go for it from the 49-yard line. Well, they're trying to draw Medway off sides. Let's see if they take a timeout. No, they're gonna go. Yes, they're gonna kick. Kind of a quick kick. Takes a good Millis bounce down
Punt takes a Mohawk
inside the
bounce.
10-yard line.
He's down around the 10-yard line of the Mustangs.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Mustangs.
He'll take over 1st and 10.
Ball is on the 10-yard line. Actually, it looks like about, from where the marker is, looks like about the 8 or 9-yard line. But the ball looks like it's right on the 10. It is. So here we go, Fraughton ready for the pass from center.
Henry Colm has the ball carry for the Mustangs.
Handing off
Taken
to
down by the whole
Comras,
left side of the
Henry
Mohawks
Comras.
defense.
Gaining 5 yards, 2nd and
Including
5
number 11, Jack
Mustangs.
Scary.
Jack
Move
Scary
off 5
for
on
the
play. Brings
tackler.
down 2nd and 5.
Jack is one of those players to watch, number 11, if you can sort him out from the crowd on defense. TJ Daniel on the tackle.
Again, number 5, Henry Comras on a carry. Picks
Henry
up about a
Comras
yard. Brings
carrying.
up a 3rd down and 4.
3rd down and a short 4 for the Mustangs. Back to pass. Oh, pass was a little high. Defended
There's
by
multiple
Dominic
flags on the
Diaz.
play.
I
Pass was
think
intended
there
for
is a
number
flag.
87,
It's probably
Sean
going to be
Anderson.
an interference call. Let's see what the white hat ref says. It looked to me as though the pass was a little high to be caught. I don't blame the receiver. We'll get the verdict shortly.
Have to wait and see on this one. There's multiple flags on the field.
So there are at least 2 flags out there. I don't know if that means 2 infractions or 2 for the same one. They're talking to Millis, so the infraction may be on, it's a
All
hold.
right, we got defensive
on
holding
Millis.
against the Mohawks.
Defensive holding
Dead ball, personal foul
unsportsmanlike.
against.
after the play, also on Mohawks. So they're going to get a 10-yard penalty from the point of the foul for holding.
The personal foul is also
And then
against the Mohawks.
15.
So 15-yard penalty,
For unsportsmanlike.
automatic 1st down.
That's a significant penalty series. Ball comes out
So
over
that results in
the
about a
40-yard
20-yard gain
line.
for the
Almost a
Mustangs.
41,
First and 10 from their own
39,
41.
almost a 41. First and 10 Mustangs. That's Henry Commerce again running.
And
Seems
Commerce
to be their
again, the ball
all-purpose running
carrier.
back. Looks like he got about 6 yards on that play. Make it 7 with the spot. So it's second and a long 3.
Tackle made by Jack Scary.
Jack Scary on the tackle.
Gain of 6, second and 4.
And Commerce slipped.
Comaz again on the carry.
So it's third down and about 5.
Pat Halloran and Dominic Diaz was there, but he slipped and fell for a
Halloran
loss
and
of
Diaz
about
on
a
the
yard. And the
tackle.
play brings up a third down and 5.
Broughton with the ball. He's going to pass. Almost fell down. It's a long pass, and it is complete to number 2, Garrett O'Mara.
Pass is complete to number
Carries it
2,
down
Jared
inside
O'Mara.
the
For a long
Millis
game. There's a
20-yard
penalty
line.
flag in the backfield.
Going to be spotted right on the 20, I think. So it's first and 10 Mustangs from the Millis 20. They're in the red zone.
Personal foul, hands to the face, excuse me,
There
against
is
the
a
Mustangs.
penalty. I didn't see the flag. Personal foul, hands to the face on the Mustangs. So the long passing play comes back. There's the flag. Being picked up now. And marking off the penalty. Goes
Back them up
to
15
the
yards.
31-yard line of the Mustangs. Third and 20.
Brings up third down and 20.
Well, Fraughton back to pass. Long pass again. Not full complete, just too long for
Pass intended for number 87, Sean
James
Anderson,
Carl.
just out of the reach. Brings up a fourth
So
down
it's
and
now
20 for the
fourth and
Mustangs.
21. Fourth and 20. You can hear the Millis band in the background, directed by Janice Norton. They're playing the CBS We're Going to Commercial theme. We don't have commercials. Community media is a nonprofit. And Fraughton doing the punting.
And the punt was down by number 7, Brendan McNamara for the Mustangs. And the Mohawks will take over first and 10 from their own 43.
Down
Well, we have a little
on
quick
the
break in the action. We'd like
Millis
to make the following
43.
announcement. The Medway Millis U12 and U14 cheerleading teams placed first and second at their regional competition on November 19th and are heading to the AYC national competition in Florida in 12 days. Let's help both teams get there to defend their national 2-time championship titles.
they're
Please
lining
stop
up
by the
under
table
center
with the
this
balloons
time.
near the concession stand or grab one of the girls walking around with a bucket and buy some 50-50 raffle tickets. These athletes have worked hard all year and are full of grit, determination, and heart. Thank you for all your continued support.
Handing off to
And that was Adrian
Heredia.
Heredia on the ball
Adrian
on the
Heredia.
carry on that play, and he gained,
About 3 yards.
With
It's second and
down
7.
along 7.
4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. There is a flag.
Flag on the play. Jack Scarry was ball carrier in that play.
Scary, the ball carrier. He carried it forward to midfield.
And
We have a chop
personal
block
foul,
on the
chop block
Mohawks.
on the Mohawks. We'll back them up 15.
That'll be a 15-yard penalty. Penalty occurring around the line of scrimmage, so they're going to go back
Repeat second down.
close to the 30-yard line, I think. Yes. Spotted on the 33-yard line.
Second down and 20 for the Mohawks.
Second down
Repeat
and 20
second
for the
down.
Mohawks. Almeida in the shotgun. Pass intended for Heredia and incomplete.
Almeida's pass intended for Adrian Heredia. Broken up by number 26, Johnny Farrell.
Defended by
Incomplete pass brings up a third
Johnny
down and
Farrell,
20.
number 26. It's now 3rd and 20 for the Mohawks. Again, Almeida in the shotgun. Pass to Ferretti for
Screen pass to
Heredia.
Adrian Heredia. Is snapped up by number 2, Garrett O'Mara.
Garrett O'Mara, number 2 on the tackle. So that brings up 4th down and 19.
And number 52, Brett Curran.
And the Mohawks obviously will punt.
Loss of 5 yards on the play brings up a 4th
Nick
down
Almeida
and
back
25.
to punt. Nick, as I said, does most everything. He kicks, he punts, he runs, he passes. A little bit of a high pass, but he gets a good long punt out. Taking a short Millis bounce. There is a flag. 2 flags.
We got 1, 2, 3 flags down on the field. Ball is sitting at the 38-yard line of the Mustangs. Let's see what the call is. The block in the back against the Mustangs.
Penalty is a block in the back on the Mustangs.
Back them up 10.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the
The
foul.
ball was down.
The new spot is
they'll
inside
take
the
over first
30-yard
and
line,
10
about the
28.
28. 1st and 10 Mustangs on the 28-yard line. Both these teams have had a week off, almost a week, and they look a little rusty, frankly. Broughton handing off to Henry Commerce. Henry's got
Henry
a good
Conrad's
game.
on the carry. Taken down by Sean Ferrantino.
Ferrantino on the tackle. About an 8-yard, 9-yard
Gain of
gain.
8 on the play.
I'll make
This
it
is a
8.
Second down and 2.
2nd and 2. Broughton in the shotgun. Heading after Commerce. Commerce has the first down.
And
He's
Henry
over the
Conrad's
40.
again on the carry. John Diaz in on the tackle.
John Diaz on the tackle. Ball
Gain of
spotted
3
just
yards on
over the
the
40-yard line.
Mustangs,
1st
ball
and 10
41.
Mustangs. So the Mustang ground game has been working a little better than the Mohawks so far. Luke Broughton with the ball. Going to run it himself.
Quarterback keeper.
He's known, I think, by Dom Diaz. Just inside the 45-yard
Quarterback keep by
line.
number 11, Luke Froughton. Number 24, Alex Barrett
Second
on
and
the
7.
tackle. Gain at 3, 2nd and 7.
Alex Barrett got credit for the tackle. Uh-oh. Henry Commerce.
And Henry Commerce in on a long gain.
15-yard line. In the
Finally ran down by number 67, Jackson Glenn.
Jackson Glenn finally tackled him. And there is a flag back
There is a
here near the
penalty
50. Where the flag is located would indicate probably something like maybe a hold on yes, it's a hold
Holding against the
on
Mustangs.
Medway. Well, these teams are both a little bit sloppy. They're getting lots and lots
Back
of
them up 10
penalties.
yards from the spot of the foul. We'll repeat 2nd down.
Repeat 2nd down and 10, 11 really.
2nd down and 13.
13. 2nd and 13.
About a 40-yard gain on that run by Henry Commerce.
So that brought back a nice gain. '26 is Johnny Farrell running the ball. He's out almost to midfield.
Number 26, Johnny Farrell, the ball carrier, taken down by Nick Almeida.
Nick Almeida on the tackle from the safety position.
That's the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter.
Still no score.
Ball on the Millis 37-yard line when Medway resumes play. So the Mustangs come out 3rd and 2. Ball on the Millis 49-yard line. 3rd and a short 2.
3rd down and 2.
It's a keeper, and he's not going to get it.
Quarterback keep by Luke Frotton.
Tackled
He's met
by
by
a
the
swarm of
interior line
tacklers.
of the
Looks like Dom Diaz on the
Mohawks.
tackle. 4th down and inches. Timeout
Big timeout on the field for official measurement.
for a measurement.
It's close.
Head linesman securing the ball. Here comes the measurement. It is
4th down and
a
inches.
first down. It's 4th and about 4 inches. Personally, I would expect Medway to try another keeper, or at least a running play. Medway, 4th down and 4 inches. I think it must have been Medway who insisted on the remeasurement there. Okay, they're going for it. 4th and 4 inches. Frotton under center. Now this is the test of the lines. Now he's handing off to Commerce, and Commerce easily gets the first down. He gains about
Harry
10 yards
Thomas
on the
on the
play.
carry. Good for a first down.
First
Tackle
and
made
10
by
from
number 17, Jake
the
Daniel.
Millis 40.
Gain of 9 yards on the play. First and 10 for the Mustangs at the Mohawk 40-yard line.
That is the 40-yard line, folks. Broughton under center. Passing a little high. Defended by Adrian Heredia, intended for Brendan McNamara.
Pass intended for number 7, Brendan McNamara. Adrian Heredia in on the coverage of that play. Incomplete, second and 10.
Early in the second quarter now. So for my money, the Mustangs are playing much better than their 2-8 record, but they did get back a bunch of formerly suspended players. The ball is intercepted,
And the pass is intercepted
by
number 10,
Nick Almeida.
of the Mohawks.
So the Mohawks take over, first and 10. Ball is placed on the
Mohawks begin
Mustang
this drive, first and
15-yard
10 from
line.
their own 15.
Almeida going to run it.
Nick Almeida on a keeper.
Doesn't get much. The Mustangs definitely have his number here. Mohawks are going to have to go a different way if they're going to make some yardage.
Tackle made by number 32,
Second and
Dylan
10.
Costa. No gain on the play, second and 10.
Now the Mohawks spread the field. Pass complete to number 7.
And the pass
TJ
is
Daniel
complete to
for a
TJ
first
Daniel.
down
Brought down by number
out to
53,
the
Ryan Hoy.
35-yard line, 30-yard line. Ball rests on the
Gain of
30-yard
15
line.
yards on that pass play. First and 10 for the Mohawks. Ball is on their own 30.
Almeida in the shotgun. He's going to run it himself. Not much. Might have got a yard.
Again, Nick Almeida, the ball carrier on the quarterback keep. Tackled by a host of Mustangs.
Tackled by the middle of the Mustang
Down
line.
on the bottom of the pile.
Actually
number
got a couple of
53,
yards, so
Ryan
it's
Hoy.
second and 8.
And number 26, Johnny Farrell. Gain of 2, second and 8.
Johnny Farrell on the tackle for the Mustangs. Almeida handing off to Heredia, who gets nothing. Probably lost a yard.
Adrian Heredia, the ball carrier, met in the backfield by number 53, Ryan Hoy. No gain on the play.
Third and 8 for the Mohawks.
Third down and 8.
Almeida back to pass. Not quite caught. Incomplete
Pass
to
intended
TJ
for
Daniel.
TJ Daniel. Get a flag on the
There
play.
is a flag, but maybe an interference
Play
call
was
on the,
defended by number 6.
Mustangs.
William Hadigan.
Watch the referee, the white hat one. Refs conferring. Pass interfering.
Pass interference against the Mustangs.
Defense. Mustangs first down. Penalty is from the previous
It'll be
line
a
of scrimmage, a
penalty against the
15-yard
Mustangs,
penalty.
resulting in a Mohawk first down. First and 10, ball sitting on the 47.
I always have to watch the mark off on some of these penalties. I watch too much college ball on TV and the rules are different. Almeida. Running the ball. He's loose. He's ahead. One man to beat. He's there. Touchdown, Mohawks. Nick Almeida.
From 53 yards out, in for the
53-yard
Mohawk score.
For a Mohawk touchdown and a 6-0 lead. 7:39 on the clock in the second quarter. Nick had quite a lot of blocking help from his line on that one, I think. Opened up a pretty good opening for him.
And Almeida will attempt the extra point.
Almeida kicking for the extra point. Oh, that's offsides.
A little
Number
bit of
6,
offside
William
on that play.
Hadigan. And it looks like that's going to be half the distance. Looks like the Mohawks may go for it.
So it's
for a
offside against the
two-pointer.
Mustangs, half the distance to the goal.
Ball is on
Put the
the
ball at the 1.5 yard line.
1.5 yard line, and the Mohawks are going to try for a 2-point conversion.
Looks like the Mohawks have decided to go for 2.
So it's looks like Jackson Glenn under center.
And Adrian
It is
Heredia
good.
is in for the extra
Mohawks
point.
lead is 8-0.
With a 2-point conversion, that makes the score now the Mohawks 8, Mustangs no score.
I think Jackson Glenn was the center on that one. It looked to me like he was lined up under center. He was the center.
While we have a little break in the action, I'd like to make the following announcements and congratulate the following players from the Millis Mohawk family here. The players on the Mohawk team making the Tri-Valley League Small Football All-Stars: Nick Almeida, TJ Daniel, Shea Ferrantino, and Dom Diaz. Nick Almeida was named TVL Small Offensive Player of the Year. And also I'd like to mention the Millis TVL Small Football Honorable Mention players, Patrick Sennett and Adrian Heredia. Congratulations, gentlemen.
And I hope you heard those PAs, but Almeida has been named the
I'd like to
TVL
also
Small
extend
Player of the Year.
congratulations to all the 6 and the rest of the Millis Fall sports athletes that received TVL honors this year. Congratulations to all. Nick Almeida will do the
And my good
kickoff.
friend Patrick Sennett, despite being out of action for several games, was named honorable mention. That's Jacob White doing a run back. Oh, tackled by the last chance.
And number 3, Jacob White, on a tremendous return for the Mustangs, brings the ball all the way to the Mohawk 48-yard line. Touchdown save and tackle by number 24, Alex Barrett.
Alex Barrett on the tackle. So it's 1st and 10 Mustangs from the Mohawk 48-yard line.
Nick Corness on the carry.
Gomez.
Went out of bounds.
Jack Scarry
by
hit him
Jack
first.
Scarry and Shea Ferrantino.
And wrestled him out of bounds along with Shea Ferrantino. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6.
Number 77, center, Michael O'Neill over the ball. Yes.
Quarterback keeper, number 11, Luke Frotton.
That was Vinnie Sellers on the tackle. Luke Frotton on the run.
Tackle was made by number 44, Vinnie Sellers.
3rd down and 6.
Loss of a
7
yard on the
rather.
play brings up a 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7 for the Mustangs. Frotton back for the snap. Wide pass out here to Henry Commerce. He's tackled short of the line to gain, so it's going to be 4th
Pass is
down.
complete to number 5, Nick Homos.
Or is he? The spot makes it a 1st down. So forward momentum
Gain of 7
carries
on
him
the play.
ahead for a
Good
1st down. It's 1st and
gain of
10
8 on the play. Good for a Medway 1st down. 1st and 10, the ball is sitting at the Mohawk 37.
on the 37-yard line of the Mohawks. Frotton slips and is tackled by multiple players.
Quarterback's drop for a sack.
I think I'll give Jackson Glenn
First
the
in
credit.
on it was number 44, Vinny Sellers, then wrapped up by
Sellers
number 67,
involved.
Jackson Glenn.
And it's a 4-yard loss, 2nd and 14.
Loss of 6 on the play brings up a 2nd and 16.
2nd and 16 according to PA. I think he's right. Ball is back on their 43-yard line. Frotton back to pass. He's going to run. And he's taken down
Quarterback Luke Frotton is
by
chased out
T.J.
of the pocket and
Daniel.
finally taken down by number 7, T.J. Daniel.
Still long yardage, third and about 5.
Short gain on the play, gain of about a yard, brings up a 3rd down and 5.
That was good coverage on the
3rd down and
Mohawks.
15.
Frotton simply had no one to pass to. And he learned a hard lesson last time when he was intercepted. Number 6, William Haddigan in motion. Pass comes the other way, but pass is dropped. There is a flag.
Pass was intended for number 87, Sean Anderson.
I think that was Ferrantino on the tackle.
Jack Scarry
He
in
might
on
have hit
the
him
coverage.
early.
There's a flag in the play.
It is interference on the Mohawks.
against the Mohawks.
Automatic
15-yard
1st down,
penalty and automatic
15-yard
first down.
penalty. So it's 1st and 10 from the 32. 3:34 on a running clock.
1st and 10 for the Mohawks, for the Mustangs, excuse me, the ball is sitting at the Mohawk 28-yard line.
So the Mohawks have to hold them for 28 yards to hang on to that 8-0 lead if they're going to. Mustangs, on the other hand, have to have that 28 yards to gain. Here's Fraughton with a run.
And
He's
quarterback
tackled.
Luke Broughton on a keeper. Finally
By
run out of
Ferrantino.
bounds by Jay Ferrantino.
Another first down.
Long gain on the play.
Ball will be spotted on the 15-yard line. No, inside the 10.
Gain of 19. Brings up a first and goal to go for
First
the
and goal
Mustangs
from
at the
the
9.
9-yard line. So the field is shorter now. Fraughton back to pass. Touchdown Mustangs.
And the pass is complete in the end zone to number 7,
Complete to
Brendan McNamara for
McNamara
a Mustang
for a
touchdown.
Mustang touchdown. Let's see if the Mustangs will go for 2 to try to tie it up. Ball is always on the 3-yard line for the extra point.
And the Mustangs will go for the
They're gonna go
2-point
for
conversion,
it.
try to tie the game here.
Fraughton waiting for the pass. He's running it, there's a flag. Fraughton is over the goal line, but there is a flag on
Quarterback
the
Luke
flag.
Broughton takes off into the
Penalty
corner of the
will
end
be
zone.
on the
2-point conversion.
Mustangs.
The flag down to the play. Hold a second.
Referee conferring with the Mohawk bench. It's a holding call,
Good, a
so that's
holding
a
against the
15-yard
Mustangs.
penalty.
Backs him up 10.
10-yard penalty.
Got to attempt the conversion from the 13.
So now the Mustangs are back on their own, on the Mohawk 15-yard line. For a 2-point conversion.
They just moved the
Luke
ball back to
Fraughton
the
waiting in the
15.
shotgun. Fraughton is back to pass. He's got
And the pass is complete into the corner of the end zone.
number 6,
To number 6, William Hadigan.
William Hadigan. 2-point conversion is good, and the score is tied at 8.
So the 2-point conversion is good.
3:21 on the
And
clock.
with 3:21 remaining in the first half, the score is now even, 8 apiece.
So this game is, score-wise, is playing out to be what I predicted. That is a very close game. The Mustangs so far are showing a little bit more power on the ground game. Other, of course, than Almeida's 43-yard touchdown run. Nick Almeida should
Back
have
deep for the
patent on
Mohawks.
these long runs. He
Adrian
seems to
Heredia.
get at least one of them every game.
Nick
sometimes
Almeida
more.
and Shea Ferrantino.
Kick is short, fielded by Almeida.
Nick Almeida
Ball
in
is
return.
whistle dead. He must have touched a knee around the 35-yard line.
On the bottom of the pile for the Mustangs, number 20, Nolan Flata.
Ball will be spotted on the 32, 37.
And the Mohawks begin this drive from their own 37.
1st and 10 from the Mohawk 37-yard line, 3:15 on the clock to do something with it. And Almeida's
on a
loose
keeper.
for a 10-yard gain. Just about a first down. Should
Brought
be
down
there.
by number 53, Ryan Hoy.
Good blocking from the line. And Almeida picked his openings very, very successfully there.
Gain of 10. First and 10 for the Mohawks.
10-yard from the
Ball is on the 47.
Mohawk 47. Now Almeida's back to pass. It's for Ferrantino, but it's too long.
Pass intended for Shea Ferrantino.
2nd and 10.
Number 22, Daniel Bateson on the coverage.
Daniel
Along
Bates
with Johnny
covering.
Farrell. Incomplete pass brings up a 2nd and 10.
Pass was too long. Almeida waiting for the pass from center. Almeida running. Hesitated and went right. There's a flag, probably a hold. Another one. Almeida running ahead.
Now Almeida on a
It is
keeper,
a hold
finally run
on
out
the
of bounds
Mohawks.
by Ryan Hoy, and there are multiple flags on the play.
So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty from back around the 40-yard line.
It's coming back, holding call against the Mohawks.
2nd down and long. Ball put back to the
10-yard penalty backs him up from the, it was
38-yard
penalties
line.
marked from the point of the foul, so back him up 10
3:37 on
yards.
the
It will
clock.
be 2nd down.
2nd and 19. Almeida running and he's out of bounds on the 37, and there's a flag. I think that's a hit out of bounds, probably
Almeida
on the
and keeper forced out of
Mustangs.
bounds by Johnny Farrell. There is another flag on the play. Personal
Foul
against the
hitting out of
Mustangs.
bounds. First down for the Mohawks.
Late hit.
Markers march ahead. 15 yards. 1st and 10 Mohawks.
So 15-yard penalty.
Marker put down
Repeat 2nd down.
on the 2nd down.
2nd down and 5.
2nd down and 5 on the Mustang 48. 2:33 on the clock.
So it was considered the dead ball foul after the play was out of bounds, so it's 3rd down and 5.
It's a dead ball foul after the play, so it's 3rd and 5. PA is right as usual. We made it back for the snap in the shotgun. Almeida passing. Oh, just out of reach for Jack Scarry.
Pass intended for number 11, Jack Scarry, falls incomplete.
Coming up,
Brings
4th
up
down,
4th
and
down and
5.
5.
Scarry was wide open there too. It's unfortunate the pass was just out of reach.
Number 3, Jacob White, drops back deep for the Mustangs to receive the punt from Nick Almeida.
Almeida back to punt. Yeah, with 2:26 on the clock, the Mohawks are taking no chances. The punt is long and deep. Picked up by Jacob White. And he is tackled almost immediately by a horde of Mohawks. I think probably Adrian Heredia is my vote for the tackle.
And Jacob White is taken down by number 76, Grady Palomino.
Grady Palomino gets credit for the tackle.
And with 2:14
start
remaining in the first half,
on their
Mustangs take
18-yard
over
line.
first and 10 from their own 18.
First and 10. 2:14 on a stop clock for the change of possession. Score is tied at 8. Fraughton waiting for the snap. Pass from center. Fraughton is going to pass. He hits a wide open number 6, William Haddigan.
Pass is
Good for a
complete.
first
Number 6,
down.
William
But they're deep in their
Haddigan,
own
taken down by
territory
Don
still.
Diaz.
Mohawks in sort of a victory formation. It's 156
Gain of 11 on the play.
clock.
First and 10 from the 29.
Now the Mohawks will look a little more serious in their secondary. Timeout.
Timeout
Mohawks.
is taken on the field by the Millis Mohawks.
Okay, here come the teams. First and 10 from the 28-yard line. Pass is complete to Henry Commerce. He is tackled short of a first down by quite a bit.
Pass is complete to number 5, Henry Commerce. Tackle made by number 24, Alex Barrett.
Second and
Gain of a
still
yard.
almost 10. He's down. He put the ball down.
And the pressure was put on by the Mohawks. The knee went down.
Under pressure by the Mohawks. It's going to be third down and
Timeout taken by the Mustangs.
14-yard lines. Third down and 14 for the Mohawks.
Loss of 5 on the play.
Mustangs.
Going to bring up a third
That
down.
may give
and
the Mohawks
13,
the
third down
possession
and-
again.
no, I think it's 6-yard loss. Third down and 16 coming up.
So here come the Mustangs, third and 16. I'm sometimes accused of being pro-Mohawks. It's intercepted, and that's going to be a run back. Mohawks a pick
And the
six.
ball,
for
the
6
pass
more
is
points.
intercepted
It's
by
14
number
to 8
56,
Mohawks.
Captain Dominic Diaz, in
Captain
return
Dominic
for a
Diaz
Mohawk
intercepting that
touchdown.
pass for a Mohawk touchdown. What I started to say is I try to be impartial, call it both ways if I can. After 8 years of calling these Mohawks games, I am a Mohawk. I have to confess that. So Almeida
Almeida will
ready
attempt the
to
extra
kick
point.
for the extra point. Kick is down. Knocked down by number 22 in the end zone. That's
And the conversion is no
Daniel
good.
Bates. Conversion is no good. Bad pass from center. So the score remains Millis Mohawks 14, Medway Mustangs 8. 58 seconds on the clock for the Mustangs to try to do something.
So with that, less than a minute remaining in the first half. The score is now the Mohawks 14, Mustangs 8.
Now on that extra point conversion attempt missed. It was a short
Back
pass
deep for
from
the
center.
Mustangs.
Almeida
Number 3,
picked it up
Jacob
and
White.
tried to fire a pass into the end zone, but
Number 5, Henry
really, under the
Commerce.
circumstances, there was no one to pass to. And
Nick Almeida will do the kicking on us for the
it was all
Mohawks.
but intercepted. It just fell short. So 58 seconds on the clock remaining. Mohawks lead 14-8. And Almeida kicking. It's a squib kick. Picked up by number 77, Michael O'Neill.
On the squib kick, number 77, Michael O'Neill fielded it.
Tackle might have been Grady Palomino. Let's see what the PA says, if he does. But
Mustangs begin this
either way,
drive.
the Mustangs
First
begin
attempt
on their
from
own
40.
40-yard line, 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Mohawks will get the ball to start this third quarter, the second half. They won the
Grady
toss and
Palomino
elected
was
to
a tackler on that last kickoff.
defer. Pass is broken up by Palomino, intended for number 6, William Hadigan.
Pass intended for number 6, William Hadigan.
Pardon me, Ferrantino on that pass breakup.
Nice play by Shea Ferrantino, knocked the ball away.
He's had his share of the
Second and 10.
So it's 2nd and 10 Mustangs. Broughton with the ball. He's going to try to pass long. It's intended for number 7, Brendan McNamara. Pass falls short.
Pass intended for
3rd
number
and 10.
7, Brendan McNamara. Adrian Heredia in on the coverage. Incomplete pass, brings up a 3rd
Adrian
and 10.
Heredia on the coverage. But the pass was short. 38 seconds on the clock. Broughton in the shotgun. Passing out here to big number 87, Sean Anderson. My roster doesn't give me height
Pass
and
is
weight, but
complete,
Sean
number
is big. He
87,
looks
Sean
like he's
Anderson.
at least 6'3".
Gain of 11.
First
Good for a
and
Mustang
10
first down.
at midfield for the Mustangs. 28 seconds on the clock. Again for Anderson.
Again, the pass is complete to Sean Anderson.
He's tackled by T.J. Daniel on the 39-yard line. Timeout. Mustangs, I assume. 18
Timeout taken on
seconds
the
on the
field.
clock. Okay. The referees added 6 seconds
First
to
and
the
10
clock.
from the Mohawk,
First and 10 with
39.
24 seconds on the clock. The referees, I would say, are being kept very busy and doing an excellent job on my estimation. Pass is incomplete for William Hadigan.
Pass intended for William Hadigan falls incomplete. Jack Skerry in on the coverage.
So it's 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs.
2nd and 10.
20 seconds on the clock. There's a flag. And Henry Commerce is out
And Henry Comrades
for a good gain down to
Ball
about the
carrier in that play.
25-yard line. But there is a
There's a
flag.
flag down on the
It's
play.
against the Mustangs.
is gain of 15 yards in that place. What the call is?
Holding on the Mustangs.
Holding against the
15-yard
Mustangs.
penalty from the spot of the foul. The flag is resting on the 42-yard line. Let's see where the ball lines up. Referee confirming holding on the Mustangs.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Second down and 23.
So Luke Fraughton waiting for the pass from center. Let's see. He'll make a pass. No, he almost brought down. Now he's going to complete the pass to number 7.
Pass is
Brendan
complete to number
McNamara.
7.
Clock is running
Brendan
at 8
McNamara.
seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The Mustangs had, oh, they got the play off. Pass is a little overthrown for William Haddigan. No flags. At halftime,
That's the end of the half,
the
folks.
score is Mohawks 14,
Last pass was
Medway
intended for William
Mustangs
Haddigan.
8.
Ball's
With the
incomplete.
Mohawks getting the kickoff to start the second half. Okay, here we go, folks. Second half. Before we start, let me tell you that it was Dominic Diaz that made that pick 6 intersection for the
Adrian
Mohawks'
Heredia.
second touchdown.
Shea Ferrantino and Nick Almeida back to receive the kick. Doing the kicking on is
So William Haddigan kicking
from
off
Medway
to
Mustangs,
the
number 6,
Mohawks.
William Haddigan.
Nick Almeida back deep. One with Adrian Heredia. And it's going to be Almeida taking the kick on the 20-yard line. He's through the middle. Still running, over the 40. Nice return,
Nice
45.
return by Nick Almeida.
A 25-yard return by
Taken
Nick
up by
Almeida.
several of the Mustangs. Down the bottom of the pile is number 52, Brett Curran.
Brett Curran on the tackle finally. Well, that was fun watching Almeida
And the
weave
Mohawks
his way
begin the
through
initial
the
drive of the second half. First and 10.
secondary.
from 45.
So the Mohawks start out first and 10 on their own 45-yard line. Almeida in the shotgun. He's going to run it. Tackled by Daniel Bates.
Almeida on a keeper. Met by number
Quickly,
22,
no gain.
Daniel Bates. Stop for little to no gain. Second and 10.
Second and 10, Mohawks. Almeida back to pass. Check down to number 2, Adrian Heredia, and the pass was a little
Pass
high.
intended for Adrian Heredia.
Not complete. Defended by number 53, Ryan Hoy.
Ryan Hoy in on the coverage. Incomplete pass brings up a third down and a long 9.
So it's third and 10, Mohawks. Now we'll see if the, yeah, it's going to be a pass. It's complete. Beckett Giardi
Pass is complete to number 17, Beckett Girardi.
down around the 35-yard line of the Mustangs. Mohawks have decided to put the passing game to work here.
In at 25 yards on the play.
And
First
so far
and 10
it's
from the
working.
30 of the Mustangs.
Heredia waiting for the pass. Now he's going to hit. No, he's going to run it. Trying to turn the corner. There's a flag.
Nick
Probably
Almeida
a
with the
hold.
keeper.
Holding on Mohawks.
There is a yellow flag down.
So that spoils some nice field position on the Mohawks.
Brett Curran in on the tackle. We got a holding call against the Mohawks.
So that's going to come back to the
Back 'em up 10
40-yard
yards
line.
and repeat first down. First and 20.
First down and
Ball is
20.
sitting at the Mustang 40-yard line.
So I made it back to pass. Almost caught by Shea Ferrantino.
Pass intended for Shea Ferrantino. Falls incomplete.
I think that was Daniel Bates
Daniel
on
Bates
the
in on the
defense.
coverage.
Yes. So it's going to be 2nd and 20.
Second and 20.
Almeida coming in with the play. It's going to be a pass, and he is sacked back at midfield.
Nick Almeida is dropped on the backfield by number 52, Brett Curran.
Brett Curran on the sack. There were 2 or 3 of the Mustangs that
Lost
got
the
through
9 on the
there.
play. Brings up a third down.
Mohawk
and
line did
29.
not hold well that time. So this one is 3rd down and very long. Scoreboard says 3rd and 29. I'm not going to try to count. Almeida having his helmet adjusted by the head ref. Back to pass. Intended for Heredia, not
Screen
incomplete.
pass intended for number 2, Adrian Heredia. Falls incomplete.
Probably just as well because it was
Brings
pretty
up a
well
fourth down and
defended.
29 for the Mohawks.
Would have been a loss. So the Mohawks will have to punt. Almeida back to doing the punting, standing on the 40-yard line, 38-yard line. The long snap is good. The punt is off. It's a pretty good one. Comes down, goes out of bounds inside the 20.
And the ball goes out of bounds.
Backfield judge is
20.
going to put it right on the 20-yard line.
Mustangs will begin their initial drive of the second half. First and 10 from there.
Madigan, Henry Comas running it.
Henry Commerce. The ball carrier taken down by Nick Almeida.
Almeida on the tackle. Maybe with help from Jack Scarry.
Gain of a little over 10 yards.
First down.
Good for a Mustang first down.
Mustangs,
First and 10. The ball
30-yard line.
just over the 30-yard line.
Fraughton under center. Handing off to Henry Commerce. Not much there. Commerce gets about 2 yards. Going to be 2nd and 8.
Comrade's again the ball carrier. Taken down by number 44, Vinny Sellers.
Vinny Sellers on the tackle.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Good to see Vinny on the field. He got injured in the scrimmage with Medfield and was out for a long time. Serious knee injury. Pass is broken up by Adrian Heredia.
Pass intended for number 7, Brendan McNamara.
Intended from Brendan
Adrian
McNamara.
Heredia in on the coverage. Incomplete pass. Brings up a 3rd down and 8.
3rd and 8. And again, Luke Frottenbach in shotgun this time. He's going to pass out here to. Pass is complete to Henry Commerce as a flag.
Pass is complete to Henry Commerce. Taken down by number 24, Alex Barrett, and number 67, Jackson Glenn. But there was a flag on the play.
Penalty is on the Mustangs. Watch the white hat ref. It's a hold on the Mustangs.
Call against the Mustangs.
It's declined. It's 4th down. 4th down and about 7.
Result in a 4th down and 4.
4th down and 4, rather. And the Mustangs are going to punt. Punting team is in.
Number 22, Daniel Bates, drops back deep for the Mustangs to punt.
Adrian DeMoro, 25, I think, is the kicker. A little bit of a Mustang bounce. Comes to rest just inside the 35-yard line for the Mohawks, 1st and 10.
Ball is down right around the Mohawk 35-yard line. Mohawks take over 1st and 10 from there.
So Jackson Glenn, the center. Almeida in the shotgun. Almeida's going to run it. He gets a little something there.
Nick Almeida with the quarterback keep.
Looks like he probably got about 2-3 yards.
Short gain on the play.
Not even that.
Taken down by number 57, Derwin Narcisse.
Basically no gain. 2nd down.
We'll call it no gain. Looks like 2nd down and 10.
Almeida back to pass. Complete to T.J. Daniel.
Pass is complete to T.J. Daniel.
Good gain, but not a 1st down. It's going to be 3rd down.
Tackle made by number 53, Ryan Hoy.
And about 3.
Gain of 6, 3rd down and 4.
Almeida in the shotgun. He's going to run it into the middle and won't make the 1st down. Mustangs have scouted this Mohawk team pretty well, and they're keying on Almeida. Didn't stop him from that 43-yard touchdown run in the 1st half, though.
And number 58, Ryan Applebaum.
So it's 4th down and 2.
Gain of a yard.
I look for Almeida kick. Yes, he's going to punt. And that's William Haddigan back deep alone for the Mustangs. Almeida gets the punt away. It's a good one. Not too high. Got some momentum. Inside the 15. Comes to rest about the 14-yard line.
Inside the 10-yard line.
Inside the
Mustangs
10-yard
begin
line,
this drive,
pardon me.
First and 10.
So it's going to be first and 10 around the 9-yard
About
line
the
for
8.
the Mustangs.
They mark the ball down at the 9.
.436 rather, on the third quarter clock here. And the Mustangs with a lot of green in front of them. Broughton in the shotgun. Handing off. Looks like no gain to me.
Henry Comras, ball carrier, first met in the
Comras, the ball
backfield by
carrier.
number 67, Jason.
It's actually about
Jackson
a
Glenn.
3-yard
Drops for a
loss.
of a couple yards on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 12.
I would say 2nd and 13 on this one. Looking at where the ball is. And Broughton back to pass. Just missed by Jacob White. Just out of reach.
Pass intended for number 3, Jacob White. Nick Almeida in on the
Defended by
coverage. Incomplete
Almeida.
pass brings up a 3rd down and 12.
Nick Almeida, Mr. Do Everything. Almeida defending Sean Anderson, big number 87. And the ball is just knocked down
Pass
by
intended for
T.J.
Sean
Daniel.
Anderson, knocked down by T.J. Daniel. Brings up a 4th down and 12 for the Mustangs.
It looks like the Mohawks were in a man defense there. Almeida defending, staying with 87, Sean Anderson all the way. And the punt is a short one. Oh, picked up by Almeida. Ran it
Punt is
maybe
returned by
4
Nick
yards.
Almeida, taken down by Brendan
But that was a
McNamara.
gutsy pickup on the part of Nick Almeida on that one. On the other hand, it would have gone probably 10 yards past him if he hadn't grabbed it. So it's Mohawks 1st and 10
First and 10 for the Mohawks. Ball is sitting on the Mustangs,
on
27
about the
yard line.
27-yard line of the Mustangs. So this is a nice opportunity for the Mohawks. Great field position. There's a flag. It's going to be a delay of game, I think. No, motion.
Flag before the play. We got a dead ball foul.
Lined up in the neutral zone, apparently.
Neutral zone infraction against the Mohawks. Back them up 5 yards. First and 15.
So it's now 1st and 15 from the Mohawks. On the 32-yard line. The handoff to Almeida. Good to Heredia, rather.
Adrian Heredia,
Good
the ball
run.
carrier.
Some nice blocking over there. Heredia did some nice
Nice
dodging.
gain on the play.
Shedded a couple of tackles. 1st down More than 15-yard gain. Ball is spotted on the 15-yard line.
Gain of 16 yards and good for a Mohawk first down. 1st and 10, the ball sitting on the 16-yard line.
16-yard line, rather. There's a whistle.
Flag
Flag
down.
in the play. Five-yard penalty, offsides, or a motion call, rather. Motion call on the Mohawks.
Again, it was a neutral zone infraction against the Mohawks.
Again,
Backed them
it's
up
going to
5
be
yards.
first and 15.
Ball is now on the 21.
Palomino, the center, over the ball. Handing off to Heredia. Another good run
Adrian
on
Heredia.
Heredia's part. Looks like he picked up about
On a nice
7
carry.
yards on that run. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
Gain of 8 on the play, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Scoreboard has it 2nd and 7. I'll take that.
Adrian Heredia again on the carry.
Heredia with a direct snap. Picked up a yard or two. 3rd and short 7.
Joint tackle taken down by Duran Nassis and Ryan Applebaum. Short gain on the play, gain of about a yard, brings up a 3rd down and 6.
Heredia running into the end zone.
And Adrian
Touchdown!
Heredia.
Mohawks.
From 12 yards out, in for a Mohawk touchdown.
12-yard run for a Mohawk touchdown. 39 seconds left on the 3rd quarter clock. Mohawks have a 20-8 lead.
And the Mohawks will attempt the 2-point conversion.
Mohawks will go for 2. And motion call on the Mohawks.
It'll be a longer 2-point conversion. It'll back them up to
The ball will come back to the 8-yard line.
false start, will back them up 5 yards.
Mohawks coach
Second
Bob
flag on the play was
Martello
waved
is
off.
asking the officials, apparently questioning the ball placement. Mustang coach trying to direct the ball.
So the 2-point conversion will be attempted from the 8-yard line after the 5-yard penalty.
Okay, 8-yard line. Almeida giving it to Heredia, who will not have the conversion.
And Adrian Heredia is.
I thought maybe
stopped
they'd try to
on the
pass
2-point
that one, but they
conversion.
didn't. So the score now
First in
is
on the
Mohawks
tackle is
20,
number
Mustangs
87,
8.
Sean Anderson.
A
So the two-point
two-score
conversion's no
lead for
good.
the Mohawks with 39 seconds left on the third
And with
quarter
39
clock.
seconds remaining in the third quarter. Mohawks 20, Mustangs 8. As we come to the conclusion of the third quarter, I'd like to remind everybody one more time about the 50-50 raffle for the Medway Millis U12 and U14 cheerleaders in an attempt to defend their national championship titles. If you could go get your raffle tickets down by the concession stand, it would be appreciated. Jacob White and Henry Commerce.
If you watch the sidelines,
kickoff from Nick
you
Almeida.
can see my good friend Patrick Sinnott, number 62, is here on his crutches. And the kick is
And number 77, Michael O'Neill.
returned by
that kick.
Michael O'Neill. And basically no return on that one. Mustangs will start
Number 54, Noah Dayoff.
on their 26-yard
that
line.
tackle.
1st and 10.
And the Mustangs begin this drive 1st and 10 from their own 27.
That's Henry Commerce. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Mustangs.
And
Henry Commerce.
73-yard jaunt
73-yard run.
by Henry Commerce for the Mustang touchdown.
So now the Mustangs are even. The Mohawks and Mustangs both have a long run touchdown. That makes it 20-14. Mustangs are lining up like they may go for 2. No, they're going to kick it. Brendan McNamara
And Brendan McNamara will
kicking
attempt the extra
to
point
attempt
for
the
the
extra
Mustangs.
point. Number 2, Garrett O'Mara holding. Kick is up. Kick is no good.
And the kick is wide
Right.
no good.
So the score remains Mohawks 20, Mustangs 14. Mohawks holding a 6-point lead.
So with that score, the score is now the Mohawks 20, Mustangs 14.
What I started to say about Patrick Sinnott, who's been out since, I can't remember which game it was, but it was about 4 games ago with a very serious knee injury. He's on the sidelines. You see him with his crutches. He has been at every game since he was injured, and he's a great rooter and a great inspiration for this team to be there with him. Patrick's also a friend of mine. William Hennigan kicking off. Kick is fielded by, the ball hit the ground. No return.
And the ball was down by touch to the knee on the 21-yard line.
Knee down. And that was Shea Ferrantino on the attempted return. So the Mohawks will start out with a long field. from their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
Fine.
Almeida waiting for the snap. Under center. Handing to Heredia.
Heredia, the ball carrier.
Looks like Ryan Applebaum, number 58, on the tackle.
That's the end of the third quarter, folks.
End of the third quarter. With the score,
Ryan
Mohawks
Applebaum
20,
in on that tackle in the last play for the Mustangs.
Mustangs 14. Okay, here come the Mohawks. Ball is on the 26-yard line, not the 21.
As we begin the fourth quarter, the Mohawks have a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. And there's Adrian Heredia running the ball.
Taken down by Luke Fratton.
Luke Fratton on the tackle.
Gain of 15 on that play. First and 10, the ball sitting at the Mohawk 40. Nick Almeida on a keeper.
Almeida on a keeper. Picked up about 3 yards.
Duran Nassis, number
Out to
57,
about the
down at
44-yard line.
spot.
That'll make it 2nd and 6. 2nd and a longish 6.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Adrian Heredia met at the
That's
line
Heredia.
of scrimmage by number 52.
No
Brett
gain.
Collins.
The Mustangs are
No gain on the play.
starting to wise up to Mr.
Third down.
Heredia here. It's 3rd and 7. And that's Almeida running for
Nick
no
Almeida on
gain.
a keeper.
It's going to be 4th down.
First hit by Henry
Small
Conrad.
gain was 4th and at least 4. So Almeida will be back to
Gain of a
punt.
couple yards on the play. This is a 4th down and 5 for the Mohawks.
Alameda with a snap. Snap is good. Punt is off. It looks good. Takes a high Mohawks bounce. Picked up back there.
Punt was fielded by
Right.
William Hadigan. Taken
Hadigan.
down by a host of the Mohawks.
And the ball rests on the just over the 15-yard
The
line.
Mustangs begin this drive 1st and 10 from their own 16.
And Froughton will keep it
Quarterback
himself.
keep by Luke Fratton. Hit at the line of scrimmage.
Got about maybe 1 yard on that play. 2nd and 9.
In on the tackle, Noah Dadoff and Vinny Sellers. Gain of about a yard on the play, 2nd and 9.
We're already 3 minutes into the fourth quarter, folks. Clock running in under 9 minutes. Broughton is back to pass. Can't find a receiver. Now he did. And that's Sean Anderson, big number 87. There is a
Pass
flag.
is complete to Sean Anderson.
Maybe a hold on the
Taken out of bounds
Mustangs.
by Shea Ferrantino. There's a flag on the play.
Ferrantino with the tackle. It is a hold on the Mustangs. The ball
Illegal
goes
block
back
in the back against the Mustangs. We back them up.
15 yards from the point of the foul.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
10 rather.
Repeat second down.
At any rate, it'll still be second down
Second down and 6.
and 6 yards from the 21-yard line, 20-yard line. The holding penalty is from the point of the foul, not from the scrimmage line. And Broughton again back to pass. Intercepted again. T.J. Daniel.
And the
His
ball is
second
intercepted
pick
by
six
number
of the game.
7. Captain
Pardon me,
T.J.
yes.
Daniel in return for a Mohawk touchdown.
Mohawks second, so Diaz and Daniel now each have a pick 6. And the score is now 26-14 Mohawks. Mohawks will kick for the extra point. Almeida kicking.
Nick Almeida
Jason
will attempt the
Fournier
extra
holding.
point. Out of the hold of Jason Fournier.
Timeout,
Timeout taken on the field by the Mustangs.
Mustangs. And it will be Jason Fournier holding for Nick Almeida on the kick for extra point. Pass from center is good, ball is down, kick is up, kick is good.
And Almeida's kick is up and good.
Millis,
And there's a
27.
flag on the play.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be a
Flag on
personal
the
foul
play.
against the Mustangs on the kick.
Oh. Okay, it's a personal
And the
foul on the
penalty will be
Mustangs.
assessed on the kickoff.
So that penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. It's 27-14 Mohawks.
All right, everybody reach deep into your pockets. We're going to announce the winner of the raffle, of the 50-50 raffle ticket. And the total will be $660 to the winner. So after I announce the number, which I will repeat twice, please report down to the table where the tickets were being sold by the concession stand. The winning ticket, 668623. Again, the winning number is 668623. Once more, the winning ticket is 668623, and if nobody claims the prize, I get it. So, and thank you everybody for your support and for your donations. The cheerleaders and their sponsors and their parents really appreciate it. Again, meet you down at the table or at the concession stand and pick up your winnings.
A lot of memories going underneath there.
And Nick Almeida will kick off from the 45-yard line
Almeida kicking
for
off
the Mustangs.
from the 45 of the Mustangs. And ball is fumbled into the end
And the
zone.
kick goes through the end zone for a touchback.
It's a touchback.
Wait, wouldn't that be a safety? It would be a safety.
So the
And Coach
Mustangs begin this drive
Martelli
first
was
and 10
again
from their own
talking to the
20.
officials.
Where's Michael going to school?
First and 10 Mustangs from their own 20. Pitch back to, I think, Henry Comas.
Henry Commerce on the carry on the play, taken down by Dominic
No
Diaz.
gain, second and 10.
Loss of a yard on the play brings up a second down and
It's
11.
actually a loss of a yard, so it's second and 11. Back to pass, there's a flag. Probably going to be
Pass intended for number
an
7.
interference or
Brendan
a
McNamara flag on the play. Adrian Heredia in on the coverage on that play.
I think this one's going to go against the Mohawks. It's either a hold or an interference. A hold
Yes,
on
defensive holding against the
the
Mohawks.
defense, the Mohawks.
15-yard penalty.
15-yard penalty.
Make it a
from
10-yard
the
penalty.
10-yard penalty.
Repeat second down to be second down and 1.
Second down and 1. Penalty is 10 yards from the former line. Broughton ready for the snap in the shotgun. Is that a fumble or an incomplete?
And that pitch a key play
It's
is
a fumble.
Recovered by the Mohawks. Mohawks have this ball
So the
first and 10 for
receiver
Mustangs 20.
Took possession and then fumbled. So it's first and 10 for the Mohawks on the Mustang 20-yard line. Fourth quarter is more than half gone. Clock stopped at 6:45 for the change of possession.
Adrian Heredia.
There goes Adrian Heredia,
Around the right
touchdown
side, 20
Mohawks.
yards out for a Mohawk touchdown.
And this one is becoming a runaway. Mohawks now have a 33-14 lead. So 3 of those Mohawks touchdowns are on Mustang mistakes.
And Nick
I hate
Almeida
to
will
say
attempt the
it.
extra point out of the hold to number
But 2
12,
pick
Jason
sixes and
Fornia.
now that fumble. And the Mohawks will kick for the extra point. Almeida kicking. Fournier holding, the kick is up. Kick looks good, it is good.
And the kick is up and good.
It's 34-14 Mohawks, 20-point lead.
And with 6:37 remaining in the game.
A 3-4
And with the extra point, that makes it
score
still
lead.
now the Mohawks 34,
A 3-4 lead.
Mustangs 14.
A 3-score lead with 6:37 left on the clock for the game. So I guess my predictions were not quite accurate. I thought it was going to be very close, and I was, in my own mind, tending to give the Mustangs an edge, and it hasn't worked out that way. And I will give the Mohawks a lot of credit, too, for playing good football. There have been lots of penalties in this game. They've kept the referees very busy. It's not over yet. We've got 6:37 to play. but it's beginning to look as though it's beyond reach for the Mustangs. Almeida kicking off for the Mohawks. It's a low kick. Commerce, going to go run through. He's going to run it back all the way.
And that changes things up a little bit.
I think I spoke a little fast there.
Quite a return by number 5, Henry Comrades.
It's now 34-20.
85 yards for a Mustang
Henry
touchdown.
Comrades with a 85-yard return.
I saw that open.
Mohawks still with a 2-score lead, 14 points. Mustangs are going to go for 2.
Never know. Onside kick, no matter what. And Brendan
they're
McNamara
gonna
took the
kick
extra
it.
point out of the holder, Garrett O'Mara.
Kick is blocked,
And the extra point is blocked.
I think, by Adrian Heredia.
And with that, scores now, the Mohawks 34 and the Mustangs 20. So at this time, I'd like to do as I always do near the end of every game, is thank the game officials. Today's officials for today's game, referee Tom LeBleu, umpire Josué Diaz, side judge Eric Benson, linesman Mike Kelly, line judge Christian Morgan, back judge Bill Graham, and up here in the booth with me on the clock, Bob Pino. Thank you, gentlemen. Without you, we just couldn't do this. Appreciate everything you do.
So you heard the announcement. We've been keeping the officials very busy in this game. And I will repeat, I think they're doing an excellent job. Now, be on the lookout for an onside kick. Yes, the ball was
Almost gained 5 yards
erroneously
on
placed
that
on the
kickoff.
45-yard line. The Mustangs will be kicking from the usual 40-yard line.
And number 6,
Mohawks
William
have
Madigan,
the
will be
good
kicking
hands
on into
players on the
Mustangs,
front
back
line.
deep. Adrian Heredia, Nick Almeida, and Shea Ferrantino.
And this is William Hedigan kicking. No, it's a regular kick. Almeida picking it up in the 15-yard line. He's through the line.
Nick Almeida on
Close to
return.
the 40-yard line, 38-yard line. About a 20-yard return.
Brett Curran in on the tackle.
And it's 1st and 10 Mohawks with 6:17 on the clock.
Mohawks begin this drive from their own 38.
So 38 yards, it's actually the
Make it the
40-yard
40.
line. And I don't look to see a lot of passing here. I think the Mohawks will want to run the clock. There's Heredia
Adrian Heredia, the ball carrier.
gaining 5 yards.
Tackle made by William Hadigan. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5.
Second and 5, Mohawks. Clock now under 6 minutes at 5:40 and running. Handing off to Heredia, who this time is caught at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Adrian Heredia met in the backfield by number 55.
Clock running toward 5 minutes in the game.
Tackle for no gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 5.
Let's see what Coach Martellio can cook up for a call here. Oh, that was an uncalled motion penalty against the Mustangs.
Adrian Heredia, the ball carrier.
Heredia
Gain
was
of a yard in the play.
the runner. It's 3rd and 5.
Brings up a 4th down and
4th and 5, rather.
about 4.5.
There was some motion on the line for the Mustangs. Apparently, the officials felt that he got back before the ball was snapped.
Timeout on the
Timeout,
field, taken by the
Mohawks.
Mustangs.
So both teams have been conferring coming out of the timeout. 3:52 on the clock for the game. Fourth and 5 and punting for the Mohawks. We
You
have
tell me in
Garrett
punt
O'Mara.
formation for them.
And kick is high. Kick takes a little bit of a Mohawk bounce. Back to the Mustang 20-yard line. No return.
And the ball was down by
Jacob
Jay
White
Ferrantino
back to
inside the
return,
20.
but he didn't get to
The Mustangs
chance
begin
to
this
do
drive
it.
1st and 10 from row 19.
So it's 1st and 10 Mustangs, 3:39 on the clock stop for change of possession. Mohawks with a 34-20 lead. And Luke Fraughton in the shotgun, taking the pass from center. And the pass is way wide left.
That pass falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Falls incomplete, no chance to receive. Some of the crowd are yelling for an interference call. It's 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. Broughton back to pass. Trying for Sean Anderson, the big guy. Pass was thrown long. 3rd down.
Pass intended for number 87, Sean Anderson, falls incomplete.
Clock stopped at 3:26
Yes,
for the
carried in on the
incomplete
coverage and
pass.
play. 3rd down and 10.
Fraughton in the shotgun. Caught by William Haddigan for about a 15-yard gain, give or
Pass is
take.
complete.
Ball will be placed on
Jack Terry in on the tackle.
the 35-yard line. Mustangs immediately into formation. Pass dropped by William Haddigan.
Pass intended for Brendan McNamara.
Clock
falls
stopped at
incomplete.
3:07.
2nd and 10 for the Mustangs.
2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. I mentioned that we've had a beautiful, clear but cold day out here. So when you see a few drops like we saw there, I think there may be some cold hands on the field by now. Frottenbeck to pass. He is sacked back around the 15-yard line by Beckett Giardi.
On the play by Jackson Glenn.
Jackson Glenn, rather. And it's third and very
10-yard
long.
loss brings up a third down and 20.
Third and 24, according to the scoreboard. Broughton passing, and again, Jacob White can't hang on.
Jacob White falls it complete. Adrian Heredia in on the
Fourth
coverage.
down. 2:30 on the clock. Stopped.
Fourth down and 22.
Fourth and 24, according to the scoreboard. I would believe that 22 from the PA. Frotton waiting for the snap. And again, Pat Halloran this time.
There's a
Coming
flag
back
on the
with a
flag.
near sack. There was a flag. I think it may be a hold on the Mustangs. I don't
Hold it
know.
against the Mustangs.
Holding
is
on the
refused,
Mustangs
And a great defensive play by
refused.
number 21, Pat Halloran.
And it is a sack for Pat Halloran.
Mohawks take over.
Way
first and 10.
back. Mohawks take over. It's first and 10 Mohawks. On the 25-yard line.
First and 10 balls on the Mustangs, 25.
Mohawks with a 34-20 lead. First and 10, 2:23 on the clock.
Nick Almeida with the keeper.
Almeida with a keeper. Picked up 3 or 4 yards maybe. Second and 8 rather. Timeout, Mustang. No, it wasn't a timeout. Almeida. Flag. Motion
Dead
call
ball
on the
foul.
Mohawks.
Illegal procedure against the Mohawks.
1:34 on the clock. Yes, the
5-yard
officials
penalty.
have been very busy today.
Second down and 13.
Second and 13 for the Mohawks. That I think is motion. I think that was some
False
motion.
start
on the
again
line.
on the Mohawks.
Another false start.
Back them up another 5. Repeat second down. Second down and 18.
Second and 18. Handing off to Heredia.
Adrian Heredia, the ball carrier.
Headed good for about 5 or 6 yards maybe. It's third down coming up. I'll call it 3rd and 14. Clock running, going under 1 minute.
Third down and 14.
Heredia running the ball.
Adrian Heredia, the ball carrier again.
Got about 5 yards.
Tackle man number 64, Noah D.
It's fourth down for the
Garadian.
Mustangs, for the Mohawks rather, Millis.
Gain of 5.
Clock running at 22
Fourth down and
seconds, 21 seconds. I think the Mohawks are going to come off the field. I don't know if there is time left to turn the ball over or not. 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3. Whistle. Timeout, Mohawks. Okay, well, by taking the timeout, the Mohawks had a chance to take a knee here and let the 3 seconds run. And that's exactly what
And Nick Almeida
Nick
takes the lead
Almeida
in
will
the
do.
game.
So the final score of this ball game, this
As the Mohawks
Thanksgiving Day
prevail
morning,
34-20.
is the Millis Mohawks 34, Medway Mustangs 20. Mohawks with 2 pick sixes and a recovered fumble deep in Medway territory. And those have been the major factors in this game by my estimation.
A reminder
And the
to
Mohawks
everybody,
did a
stick
nice
around
job
for the
of
presentation of the
adapting in
trophies
the second half when the running game
for
wasn't
the winning
working.
team and for the game MVP.
Medway had been keying on Almeida and even on Heredia to a certain
The
extent.
first recognition
They
will be
adjusted,
for
they
the
went to
Lions
more of
Club
a
MVP
passing
award.
game, moved the
The
ball much better
MVP
in the second half.
Will be presented by last year's 2021
Put,
Thanksgiving Day game
3 touchdowns, I guess,
MVP
on the
of
board
Medway,
in
Sean
the second
Converse.
half. So we will have the ceremony, the trophy ceremony in just a moment. I want to thank again Nick Maxwell for the camera work and the direction today. I will thank the Millis team. Bob Martellio, the head coach. Other coaches, James Lagos, assistant coach for quarterbacks and linebackers. Dan Carey, assistant for offensive defensive line. Mark McGuire, defensive coordinator. Jack O'Rourke, assistant coach. Mark Salisbury, assistant coach, and Patrick Dalton, athletic trainer. My special thanks to Derek Finney, the athletic director, and Brett McGowan, the statistician.
The MVP award, the Lions Club MVP award for today's game, for the 2022 Thanksgiving Day game, presented by 2021 MVP Sean Converse of Medway, is Adrian Heredia of Millis.
Adrian Heredia, who took over a lot of the running tasks.
And now, the Medway VFW Post 1526 Memorial Trophy that goes to the winning team each Thanksgiving Day game. Congratulations to the Millis Mohawks.
And the Mohawk captains come out.
And the trophy is being
Receive the
presented to
trophy.
head coach Bob Mattiello.
Nick Almeida and TJ Daniel, co-captains, who each accounted for a long pick six. And thank
And
you
this
for
is Jim
watching.
White signing off
This is
again
Brooks
for another
Coral
season of Millis Mohawk
with Nick
football.
Maxwell on the camera and directing.
Congratulations to both teams.
And for Millis
Congratulations
Community
to all the
Media,
seniors.
happy Thanksgiving
And
belatedly.
everybody have a very
and hope to
happy
see you soon.
and safe